What's up? It's your boy Carson here, man. We've seen it time and time again. We see these fighters, they go in the ring, they get into these fights, and they make all this money. And we're thinking, man, how could you go broke? And we've seen all these fighters, man. A lot of them, they come right back to the ring. They got financial issues. And it's all crazy. It makes no sense. Like, how come these fighters lose all their money? Or they come back to the ring. And boxing ain't the type of sport where it's like easy to come back to. Especially in your later years when you haven't been living the right ways, when you've been retired. See, for Bernard Hopkins, it's another day at the office. Because this is what he does 24/7. He has that prison mentality of just lights out at 9, work out, gets up, and, he doesn't have a lot of bad habits. Where a lot of these other fighters, they develop bad habits. They marrying 2, 3 girls, dating 3 or 4 chicks at a time, cheating on their wives with some chick sitting ringside who's an executive assistant now, who got the new boobs done, the hair and nails done. But somebody got to keep up that. Who's going to maintain the upkeep? You are. And then when you don't have anything set aside for you to grow on, what's going to happen to you? That's the question. What's going to happen to you? Your career's done. I had a former world-class fighter in the 90s asked me if I could pay his light bill. Help him out with the light bill. He'll hit me back in a couple of weeks. Another former world champion fighter, they can't even get the cable they want without paying $500 coming through the door because their credit's so bad. Then you look at Trinidad's situation. Ricardo Mayorga making all these hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. They have no plan. They have no plan whatsoever for life outside of boxing, a sport in which any fight could be your last fight. There's no plan or structure put in place. So I see Arcelina Freitas come back. That's even more tragic. He's going through divorce, all his money gone, and it vanishes. They have no plans. And people think Marcos Maidana's done. He's like, yeah, I'm going to retire. Retire for what? You'll be right back. Because he doesn't know how to spend his money correctly. He buys cars, guns, and shells, and goes out hunting and spends money like crazy. Pretty soon his family, with him, they'll be gone. Floyd Mayweather, I wouldn't want it to be him. I would hate to see that happen to Floyd. To see him have to come back to the ring, that would just break me completely. Because he's the staple, he's the example that all these fighters coming in the game are following. Everybody wants to be like Floyd. I want to make $30 million a night. I deserve to make $25 million a fight. I should be making this money. When that money you didn't even know existed. When people thought only Mike Tyson can get that kind of money. And you see Floyd Mayweather making that kind of money. Now it's like, oh man, I can do that. So if he go broke, it's just like, man, if Floyd can go broke, then man, we all could go. Man, that's a blow. I'm just saying that as a fighter, they should be doing better by themselves. Have a better business structure about themselves. And to me, it's just tragic to see it all go down the drain when you work so hard to build something and just see it get crushed because you don't know what you're doing. And don't want to take any time to try to get yourself set up for something late. I've seen fighters who didn't have a great boxing career at all make more money than world championship fighters. They found something else that was their niche. They put their family first and said, well, let me make sure I got something set up. You know, when Foreman came back, he was almost, I wouldn't say almost broke, but he was. He was not making a lot of money when he was a pastor at this little small church. He came back because they was offering big paydays. And he was trying to win the world title again. But when he did that, he made a lot of connections, a lot of friends in the business. So once he did that, well, we all know what happened to Foreman. But it wasn't just the grill. You know, he made great relationships with business people. People that was going to make sure George's personality was going to be around and it was worth something. It's worth it to have George Foreman do this car commercial. People love Big George. So they go grab Big George for anything. He made good connections and was able to make some money with him.